This is the WJTS News. In tonight's news, the Indiana State Police bomb squad responds to a suspicious package in Odin. Many roads in the area remain closed due to high water. Snow or no snow? That is the question for this weekend. In sports, Kurt Duxell reviews high school baseball action. Plus, Inform features Elaine Cheater and Christy Foote, supervisors for court-appointed Special Advocates Program in DuBois County. Well, thank you for tuning in. I'm Bill Potter with the WJTS News. The winter storm watch that was issued for much of the WJTS TV viewing area has been downgraded for much of southern Indiana. Now forecasters are saying that we could see only a light dusting of the white stuff. Meteorologists at the National Weather Service out of Louisville say that a winter storm watch that was issued earlier this week, calling for 3 to 6 inches of snow over southern Indiana and central Kentucky, has now been downgraded to a hazardous weather outlook, as they expect that the viewing area will only see a light snow and that impact should be minimal. With the light snowfall, they are warning motorists that a few slick spots may develop on bridges over the weekend at certain times, especially in the early morning. The hard freeze that was forecasted with the now expired winter storm watch is still in effect, though. We will have a frost over most of the weekend. Indiana State Police bomb units were called after a suspicious package was found at a Casey's gas station in Odin yesterday. On Thursday, the Odin Town Marshal requested Indiana State Police Explosive Ordnance Disposal Units, also known as EOD or Bomb Squad, after a suspicious package was located at the Casey's gas station. Emergency personnel established a perimeter and rerouted all traffic until EOD units could process the scene. ISP EOD Units Senior Patrol Trooper Daniel Smith, along with Troopers Shay Teague and TJ Henning, responded. Troopers were able to safely determine that the suspicious package was not an explosive. State troopers were assisted by the Odin Police Department, Daviess County Sheriff's Department, along with local Odin volunteer firefighters. A number of DuBois County roadways blocked or shut down due to high water is now up to 16. Flooding across the region continues to affect parts of the TV viewing area. As of Thursday evening, most rivers had crested in central Indiana and were receding. Flooding will end in much of central Indiana by the weekend. While the threat of flooding has lessened for those living along the East Fork White River at Shoals, you should stay vigilant. Thursday, the river in Shoals was at 23.9 feet with the flood stage set at 20 feet. The National Weather Service anticipates that the river will rise to near 24.8 feet by Monday morning, then begin falling. The river will fall below flood stage Thursday, April 12th. Flooding along the East Fork White River at Shoals could potentially affect one DuBois County road. The latest list was provided Thursday morning by the County Highway Department. That list can be found on our website, wjts.tv. And please use caution or make sure that you heed the warnings when it says high water. Do not drive through it. Cannelton police respond to a domestic battery call Thursday that resulted in the arrest of a 67-year-old woman. Thursday, Cannelton police responded to the 4000 block of Herman Avenue in Cannelton to investigate a domestic battery. While conducting the investigation, 67-year-old Brenda Boyles shoved the investigating officer. At that time, Boyles was arrested for battery on a public safety official and domestic battery. Boyles was transported to the hospital to be medically cleared for incarceration. While at the hospital, Boyles reportedly headbutted an officer and kicked a second officer. Boyles was later incarcerated at the Perry County Detention Center on charges including battery on a public safety official, domestic battery, and disorderly conduct. The Cannelton Police Department was assisted by the Perry County Sheriff's Department. Authorities say a man working at a state hospital in southwestern Indiana died after his lawnmower entered a lake on the hospital's grounds. Emergency crews were called Wednesday afternoon to Evansville State Hospital on reports of an attempted rescue. Police reported that a man working on the hospital grounds was mowing when his lawnmower entered the lake. Other employees jumped into the lake and pulled the man from the water, but he was later pronounced dead. The man's name has not been released. What are the stars telling you today? If you have an interest in astral predictions, then you might like to know that the Du Bois Branch Library will host a session with Timothy Wilkerson on using practical astrology this month. Wilkerson will help participants to create their own star chart. The session will take place Monday, April 16th from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Wilkerson says that astrology doesn't tell us our destiny, it simply shows us a personality map of advantages, balances, and challenges, and that it's entirely up to us if we want to intuitively apply this information to our present understanding. The class is based on alchemy astrology, the original roots of modern pop astrology. Timothy A. Wilkerson is the author of the handbook Alchemy Astrology, Lost Key to the Philosopher's Stone. Space is limited. Please register at www.jdcpl.us and register through the event keeper. Or you may call the Du Bois Library at 812-678-2548, 678-2548. Deadline to register is Friday, April 13th. Friends of Lincoln State Park and Indiana Department of Natural Resources will again co-host the 9th annual Mr. Lincoln's Neighborhood 5K Run Walk in May. This year's 5K Run Walk will take place on Saturday, May 5th at 9 a.m. Central Time in Lincoln State Park. The route, consisting of paved park roadways and some hiking trails, will start and end at the Lake Lincoln Beach parking lot. Prizes will be awarded to the first place male and female finishers for adults and kids under 16. Random door prizes will also be awarded during the event. Now you may wonder, this is all the way in May, why are you telling me now? Well, event organizers say they are confident that this year's event will be successful because a reduced early registration fee has been implemented this year, saving you, the registrants, money when they register by the early deadline. Interested walkers and runners may get more details, download registration forms or event flyers, or register online at lspfriends.com. LincolnStateParkFriends.com, lspfriends.com. All proceeds will benefit Friends of Lincoln State Park to support special projects and events at Lincoln State Park. $11 million in federal grant funding is being awarded to 21 rural Hoosier communities. Applications for Round 3 of the Federal Community Development Block Grant Program were due back in February. The state of Indiana distributes funds to rural communities to assist units of local government with various community projects, including improving infrastructure and revitalization efforts. Some area communities are a part of the list. Here are some of the area communities that are part of the list, that is. The City of Washington was awarded $500,000 for the construction of a PACE child development facility. Montgomery was awarded $700,000 for wastewater system improvements, including the installation of a cured-in-place pipe on approximately 10,000 linear feet of existing gravity sewer line and 60 lateral connections. Cannelton will receive $519,600 for stormwater system improvements to address drainage in 3 areas throughout the city that regularly flood. And Marengo will see over $360,000 for wastewater improvements, as well as with money funding an update to the town's wastewater facilities. Lieutenant Governor Suzanne Crouch says support must continue to be provided to rural communities in order to keep Indiana's economy thriving. She says through these grants, local governments are able to enhance their quality of life for their citizens and encourage more growth opportunities. Feedback for communities that were not funded will be provided by the Community Development Block Grant Program Director in the coming weeks. The first round of the 2018 Community Development Block Grant Program will begin on April 16th, with proposals due on May 25th. Final applications are due August 16th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. A free presentation of natural family planning will be held in April at the St. Meinrad Parish Office in St. Meinrad. Jeanette Dilger, a fertility care specialist, will give a 30-minute talk, followed by a question and answer session. The event begins at 9:40 a.m. Central Time and is expected to last an hour. To attend, enter the parish office in St. Meinrad, which is located next to the church, through the carport, and then refreshments and babysitting will be provided as well. For questions, call 812-357-5533, 812-357-5533, or email smeinrad@psci.net. If you missed Wednesday's event, the Invasive Species Awareness Coalition of Dubois County has another wildflower walk this spring. The second walk of the spring is Tuesday, April 10th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time at the River Walk in Jasper. Participants should meet ISAC Chair Ron Rathfon at the gazebo and prepare to enjoy an evening discovering the native plants along the River Walk. Reservations are not required and anyone is welcome to attend. For more information on this event or the Invasive Species Awareness Coalition of Dubois County, see the website isacdc.org or visit their Facebook page, or better yet, just call Ron at 812-678-5049, 678-5049. Now please stay tuned. Weather, sports, and Inform are still to come on 18 WJTS News.